think we should start with Everything Everything because we've spoken about them so much before. And
yes.
If you're listening and you've listened to us from the start, you know we love Everything Everything.
You do. And if you don't, if this is your first time here, we love everything.
We love everything.
Behind me, like, oh wait, you know when you try to point something when you're looking at yourself in the camera and you
oh
just
my
cannot
god,
do it.
you're like
your hands is moving. I was like, that is from their latest album when they released it. It was a limited edition thing that was it's a signed like print of their like something from their album. So you know, big fans.
I was gonna say it's very different to a lot of their other songs that we like.
Yes.
Because it's sort of like piano, simple, and I really liked the production on it, where it has, so you've got the vocals and they're sort of quite distant, lots of compressors, XYZ, and then it suddenly splits to like pretty much raw vocals, and then goes back to this like distant spacing and stuff, which is really cool. On a nerdy technical level.
I mean, I was completely shocked. I didn't know it was gonna drop. And I was just like looking for YouTube in the evening, and me and my sister saw it, and we're like, "Oh, that's new. I've not heard this before." So we clicked on it. And the first time through, I was like, "Oh, this is a cool start. This is a cool start." And I was almost waiting for like a drop. I was waiting for it all to like go full, like everything,
yeah, like electronic dances.
And I didn't hate that. I didn't hate the fact it didn't do that.
No, yeah.
It's a very like, I think this is the last thing they're releasing of this like era, if you want to put it like this like cycle.
Yeah.
Let's go for YONAKA.
Yeah,
Our Friends.
I knew it was happening. Knew it was gonna happen.
Raise your glass.
Right, I've got to stop singing because I'm like scared about getting copyrighted from like, dodgy. No, because I see a lot of YouTubers, they start singing along, saying they're like, the copyright's really strict at the moment, and I don't want to get us screwed. YONAKA played a download pilot.
Yes, they did.
On the main stage, and it looked so awesome. I was very jealous.
It must have been such a good feeling.
Oh my gosh, yeah, especially with their songs where you can really wreak havoc in the pits, like...
Definitely. I mean, with this
it would have been emotional.
It's very... Because I heard it after I'd seen the thing out download, okay, I can, like... The song itself is, like, finding yourself again, you know? Like,
yeah.
Coming back and, like, stronger and better. But I kind of understood the context of, like... being at download and stuff, and I was like,
okay,
well, it was like that same kind of thing of like COVID has been a tough time for everyone. It's been a really intense one, and like obviously bands haven't been able to play live and things, and you know, I saw the picture of them standing on the main stage looking out at all these people gathered, and it was like a weird like celebration kind of thing.
Yeah, let's celebrate that we like
raise your glass. It's
that we've survived the pandemic.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's we survived the pandemic, but actually, you know, like lots of people have not survived the pandemic, and lots of things have not survived the pandemic, and it's good to know that like we're coming to the end, I guess.
I was thinking we could talk about as the world caves in.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, I like this song. And then I was like, I know this song!
Yes, you do.
Sorry, I just shouted. The dog literally like jumped up. Sorry for your headphone ears.
Apparently it's going viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a whole thing, so maybe that's the reason I discovered it.
Yeah, that's why I know about it. It's because this I think she's like 15, 16-year-old girl covered it. And
yes.
She did the weird harmonies and sounded beautiful.
I know.
I liked it so much because it was unusual. You just hear so many like thirds in harmonies these days and octaves. It was just nice to hear something a bit.
She did good, and people were really going for it.
And she's so young. It was just so not right to be doing that.
It was crazy.
But
yeah, the song is. I mean, do you know what the song is actually about?
No. Wait. No.
It's gonna I'm kind of half reading from this article. So I've seen it in a few places. It's about like an imagined night of romance in the middle of the
Oh.
apocalypse between Donald Trump and Theresa May.
Oh.
Basically launching nuclear bombs and then deciding to like spend the night together.
It's such a serious sounding song as well. I love it when shit like that happens.
And like the guy who wrote it was like it sounded quite funny, like being able to make it sound like it was just like a thing of like the world's ending, let's spend time together. And actually there's this whole meaning of just like, yeah, it's a thing. And it was like apparently it was also because it like kind of tapped into the whole like when Brexit was announced here and when Trump being elected was announced and everyone was like, oh fuck. It's gonna be a shit time ahead. But I really love this song. And it's a strange thing to say because
I'm definitely gonna listen to it, like, cause like I just had heard so many covers. I don't think I'd actually heard the original, so
I think it's a great song. I think aside from the lyrics and everything else, it sounds. I just love the vibe, the sound of it, the piano. I love his voice. The way he's I really love the song, despite the fact that it's either incredibly depressing or satirical. Like it whichever way you look at it, it's definitely depressing. It's like, hey, we're all gonna die in this atom bomb attack.
Yeah.
But it's just like very I don't even know. I quite like it. Well,
right, what you hitting me with?
I'm gonna hit you with Gay for a Day by FLAVIA.
Yeah. So, I was curious as to see like what people would put as like the meaning of the song because it seemed quite simple. I was like, I wonder if there's any deeper meaning to this, blah blah blah. And someone's put, the meaning is simple. It means I'm gonna fuck your bitch. I was like, I respect that.
This song is good.
It does. Yeah, it's really fun and it's actually a bop. Like it's a lot more.
Can I tell you what?
Sass. Oh,
I realized I listened to it and I realized that I was singing the lines, and I'm gonna say it in the least. I'm gonna try and do it in the most monotone way possible, just for your enjoyment.
Oh no!
I'm sat here singing. Spooning and scissoring, I want you up on me. I feel the synergy between our bodies.
Right.
Yeah, and I just thought that was interesting that I was sat here just singing that, not thinking about it, and then I realised it, and I was like,
yeah, I do get a bit. I think you can agree. Like I think you're similar to me, and stuff that's a bit like vulgar. I'd say no, vulgar sounds like it's a negative thing. Stuff that's like sexualized. I love it when musicians like do their bit, especially like people like Ash Nico, blah blah blah. Love it. But there's part of me that like goes, oh, I shouldn't be singing this.
It's
like,
the very I always
giggle.
call it the very British side of me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, sex
boobies.
And things. It was one of the weird moments where I was like, I'm just singing it because it's got stuck in my head. It's a bit of a pop, but he's definitely. But you know what? I love this. I think it's. I like it.
Did you see my Instagram post? I shared just a little clip of a girl singing a song she wrote. I am sad. No, that's not right.
Possibly.
It was called Itty Bitty Titty Committee, I think. And a guy put a verse on it, and it was like really cool. And it just made me go tee titties. I don't know.
Every time, honestly, I've got no words.
She was calling them mosquito bites. I was like, oh my gosh. Tee.
It's very. I've got no. I can't even like. It says I feel embarrassed that I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, I know. Like, it shouldn't be.
What
Although,
a
to be
childish
fair,
response.
if it was, you might say like, oh, we get used to it when men are talking about like, women and stuff like that. But I, I don't think that's true. Like, remember with the Robin Thicke stuff that made me uncomfortable then. So I don't think
Well,
it's
that
necessarily
was
like a
just dodgy shit.
or yeah.
What I like about this song is I just like the element of like, it's a bit like finding yourself.
Oh yeah.
If this one is a bit like,
Yeah.
like finding, and maybe it's just because I'm projecting because it's Pride Month and everything.
Oh my god.
But it's a
Yeah.
bit like it's almost like discovering your sexuality, discovering that maybe you've always thought you were straight, and then suddenly you're like, wait, there's this girl, and like she's really attractive, and like there's something about like, what is it? I'm technically
I
single,
feel
though I've got a
targeted.
great guy waiting at home. You should know I'm bilingual and I can speak in tongues. And at first I was like, oh
It's
yeah,
so
and then I was like,
naughty.
oh wait,
It's
bilingual
so-
and can speak in tongues. Oh, I see what you did there.
So Rubber Band is your last one. And I actually obviously says a lot about it with just the title as Rubber Band. Like the message in the song is sort of the idea, if you have like anxiety or a lot of people who have self-harmed, they get recommended to have a rubber band on their wrist and to ping it every time they get anxious or have a negative thought or whatever, as a way of like, I guess, snapping yourself out of
I
it.
had one for a while. I
Did you?
used to go around with one for a while and it was really bad. Because it was just a good like breaking habit kind of thing, I guess.
I thought it was like really there's a lot of imagery there
Yeah.
with that song. And it was like fun still and upbeat, but with a very realistic
It is. It's
lyric.
very I like because
There you go.
there's something about like just flicking a rubber band. So if you're not aware of what it kind of means, if you're not if you're not
If you're not traumatized.
if you're not one of us, if you're not a mess, you know, it just looks like, it's a bit like, oh, maybe they're just like a bit
You're
of a
bored or
fidgeter or
fidgety.
something, or they're bored or something. And then, but I kind of felt like this song, and it sounds like something that's just like, oh, it's just a bop, it's just a bop, and actually, it's this like really horrible, like really sad thing of like, basically, she's blaming, her partner for messing up.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, it's your fault. You fucked it. And I'm not going back there. Like,
Yeah.
you're not good for me. So every time I think about you, I'm just gonna like, sit and be like, nope. Back down to earth. Remember the bad stuff. It's kind of like that, It's weird. It was that same kind of like imagery stuff. It's weird. Yeah.
It really reminded me like the style of Mimi Webb. I don't know if you've heard Mimi Webb. She's just released a song called "Dumb Love."
Possibly. You'll probably send me a song and I'll be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's only been released recently, but it just sort of reminded me of the style, her style. Yeah, I thought it was a bop. Oh, we're on the last one.
We're on the last one, and I've seen a lot of this. So this is "Girls Like Girls" by Hayley Kiyoko.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of her around recently. Yeah, yeah, what
I mean,
yeah.
it's so simple. It's just like girls like boys do,
Yeah.
That just summarizes the whole song to me. The idea that I guess people, I think, assume that if you're in a same-sex relationship, that it's something different to a opposite sex relationship.
Me and my sister have this joke often. Because
Yeah.
I think it comes from a Reddit thing of like you see two guys and you're like, oh, that's adorable, and you like you might be able to accept that they're gay. If you see, it's like a boomer thing, especially of like seeing two girls and it's like, oh, it's just gals being pals, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like they're just friends, nothing more, just friends. And like I think my sister's telling me about a post where two women they got married. They're both dressed in wedding dresses and they got married. And someone writes beneath it, "Oh,
Where's the
what a
suit?
cute photo. Where are their husbands?" And it's like, oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
And it makes us laugh so much because it just like it cracks up because it's like you don't get it, do you? You don't understand that girls can like girls. The thing that I got with this song is I listened to it and I was like, it was the line girls like boys do, nothing new. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it is nothing new.
that's the thing, isn't it? Like it's weird how
Why is this a new concept to
how do I
people?
put it? So like, okay, let's say that situation you're talking about, and you're on a date and you're just having a kiss in the street, whatever, fine. And there's okay. If I switch that out and we put two guys there instead, would they have got the same kind of jeering?
No,
No.
they might.
If
In fact,
anything, it
they
might have
probably would have got a
become
negative.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would be something very different. But it's like it's not. Even though there are people who are prejudiced against it and people who don't like it, it's fully accepted that boys can like boys. You know, that's it. People often like to there are definitely homophobic people out there who choose to become violent towards
Ugh.
gay men or whatever. It's how I see it like this. Okay, it's like it's accepted that guys like guys, and that's fine. With women, it's seen as like I've heard it I've heard people say it, I've heard it mentioned online, I've heard it all over the place where it's like you like girls, but like I could change that. I could fix that.
Yeah.
Like if you slept with me, you wouldn't. You'd be different. And it's like as if it's something to be fixed.
It's
Like it's
assuming.
a
Yeah,
strange thing. It's a
completely.
one-off. It's a mistake, a confusion, a
And
misunderstanding.
a lot of people seem to think that it's because their previous sexual experiences with a male it wasn't satisfying, like wasn't good enough, and that's why they like women.
Hmm.
Because
So
it's
you
assumed
sleep
that
someone,
it's a
I'll
sexual
change it.
thing.
I'll
Yeah,
I'll be
I
better
can
than you or
prove.
whatever.
Yeah,
And it's
I'll be
like
better, and I'll.
it's a very odd, but and it at the heart of that is a kind of an assumption, a kind of a view of the world that the natural state is for girls to like boys, and that's it, and that's the only like as if to say the only reason a girl would not like boys is because a girl had had a bad experience with a boy, and therefore she likes other girls because of that. Is it like the only way that a woman could be attracted to another woman is if a man had disappointed her, and therefore by having a man who won't disappoint her, it will restore the balance of things.
Ugh.
And this song was like a very clear fuck you to what is something clearly that's bullshit. Clearly that doesn't
Yeah,
make
yeah.
any fucking sense at all. Um, and this song was like a really good fuck you of just like girls like boys do, nothing new.